A second, a short corner that ultimately reached Nico, hit the shot. Van Dijk poked out a right leg and it deflected into the back of the net. And so at half-time, at the end of a really eventful 45 minutes, it's City 2, Liverpool 0. Well, let's go back to the studio where I'm sure there's plenty to discuss with Cel.
Half-time at the Etihad Stadium, and Manchester City fans take a breath and smile because it is Manchester City 2, Liverpool 0. What an unbelievable first half of football. So much for us to try and get into in this half-time show before we welcome the bad lads back out for the second half. Mr. Paul Dickov and Mr. Shaun Wright-Phillips are next to me in the studio. Paul, I'm still trying to catch my breath. What a half of football.
Fantastic. I think that's the best half of football I've seen us play in a long, long time.
Agreed.
I think the intensity, with and without the ball. Liverpool weren't our press right from the very start, Shaun, we spoke about it. You know, usually Erling tried to take care of two centre-halves. Erling was going on one, Phil was pushing onto Kanate, Liverpool couldn't get out. And then we got the ball to a man, we've been absolutely exceptional. It's important we don't get too carried away because they've got players in the team that can hurt you, but all the way through, you know, Jeremy Doku has been absolutely sensational. Nico Gonzalez, I know he got his goal, but he's been brilliant. Nico O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva, everybody out there in that pitch has contributed, and we'll look like a proper team against the champions.
Well, and that's worth saying as well, isn't it? I mean, they've not looked great in Liverpool, but as you said, Shaun, that's because of how we've made them look, because of how good we've been.
Yeah, 100%. I think the way City's played in all the areas that Paul mentioned, the intensity, the lot has made Liverpool look as bad as they are.
Yeah.
The quality from City's been unbelievable, and when they have got in that final third, they've tried to make stuff happen.
Yeah.
Now, Conor Bradley marks Vinicius Jr. out the game midweek.
Yeah.
He cannot live with Doku right now. So what we spoke about, Doku in a winger base, could he be possibly one of the best wingers out there in the world right now? For me today, he's showing it.
Yeah.
He's showing why there's so much talk about him. He's showing why he's getting all the accolades and why he's one of the first names on the team sheet now.
Yeah.
Whereas last year, you wouldn't have seen that. He's earned his space. He's earned his stripes, and I'm just enjoying watching him.
Yeah.
It's a breath of fresh air to watch. Like, to see them chasing the midfield. Liverpool's midfield are all over the place.
Yeah.
Because they can't get to grips. Me and Paul was talking. They can't get to grips with Cherky being in there, Phil being in there, and Doku coming in sometimes, and the fullbacks are pushing high, so fullbacks can't go in and help him either, and they're just run ragged in there.
Tactically, we spoke before the game. Tactically, we have been outstanding. You know, and Shaun just touched on it there. If Jeremy's got the ball on the left-hand side, Cherky's coming in playing as a midfielder. Nunez is going as a winger, and the three Liverpool midfielders can't handle it.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do, but it's like almost a box midfield. We've got Nico, Bernardo's going everywhere as he does, then you've got Phil, and then you've got Cherky as a 4 against their 3. As soon as they try to bring someone else in, or if the full-back tucks in, that's when we're getting out down the sides. And Liverpool look lost, as in their system, and what they've reverted to doing is just dropping back and defending outside the box, because they can't handle doing that anyway further up the pitch. So people talk about Pep not changing, and it's the Pep way. It's been a tactical masterclass so far today.
Tactical matter. So, I mean, we're going to try and get into the key highlights as well, but then, you know, they've not really fashioned too much as well, and we've been very composed in defence as well, I feel, even the way we played it out and then got into our shape as well. We've had such a solid structure to build from the back, haven't we, Shaun?
More than a solid structure, I think you got to think, we have to speak about Mateus and Nico.
Yeah.
Those two fullbacks are not fullbacks. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference, and they're playing against world-class players right now. He seems to, no matter how big of the challenge, he seems to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
He's playing against Salah.
Yeah.
He's kept him quiet.
Yeah. He's been so aggressive with him as well.
He's bullied them.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable to see. It's been lovely to see. And we just need to keep going. It's hard to say, but the game's going to change. We know Liverpool ain't going to come out in the second half and be like that.
Yeah.
They're going to be more aggressive, whether it costs them or not, but they're going to have to gamble. And we have to be able to get through that gambling phase and maybe punish them to just say, hold on a minute, go back to how you was in the first half, because this is what we can do if you come out the blocks at us as well.
Yeah.
Going back to Nico, it's that risk and reward. Every time Salah's getting it,
Tight.
he's going with him, he's been physical. I mean, you've seen any fullback not
back off.
Salah off the ball.
No,
usually it gets his body in.
Yeah.
Regardless of the size of the fullback he's up against, they can't get the ball off him.
No.
Now he's taking the chance and he's doing it. Look, once or twice Salah might get away, but over the course of the game, he's been unbelievable.
Phenomenal. I couldn't agree more. Just having a quick look behind us here at the Etihad pitch. It seems they've sent a couple to warm up. Endo being one of them, so there might be a little change there in midfield, possibly, as you were saying there, because they're going to have to mix something up, like you said.
They are, and they're getting outnumbered and they're getting outclassed in there. Gravenberch and McAllister, they're doing their best to try and go out and help the fullbacks out. But how tiring is that to do it? Against the quality and the tempo that we are playing at the minute. And then they've got to get back in to protect the back four, because they know Phil's going to be in there, they know Cherky's going to be in there. And mentally, physically it's time, mentally it's what it's like. Because they're hardly touching the ball. And Liverpool are used to having the ball and dominating teams.
This is the problem when you have two wingers that don't want to help their team.
We spoke about it before the game,
they have to help their team. When they're playing against players like Doku, you have to help. No one's saying get all the way back, but Doku seeing an image of the winger coming here, he'll just pass the ball. He isn't always going to go. Like, it gives him a little bit of a respite, and it helps the midfield, the centre midfield area as well.
Conor Bradley, look, he's getting tortured at the minute, right? But I actually feel sorry for him, because Salah's giving him no help whatsoever. He's standing up here. You know, and he's a senior pro, and at some point, it's saying back in the day, you'd be getting a grip of him. Say, what are you doing? Come on.
Come and help me.
On this side, Wirtz isn't helping Robertson at all. And Robertson has got Bernardo going out there, he's got Nunes in the overlap, he's got Cherky. And the two centre midfielders are trying to do it, but it's impossible.
And then when you look at that and compare it to, like, say, the City team, we've got Cherky and Doku. Look, Cherky's in many ways he's a maverick football player. He's running back.
He's working his socks off to get back.
He's running back. Doku's running back, and that's why the City are defending so well. They're able to control that midfield.
But we have to be the same in the second half, because they've not been at their best, but we've not let them be at their best. But they have got players in the team that can turn a game.
I mean, it's 2-0. Could have been 3, because, I mean, I think it was an electric first 10, 12 minutes. Penalty given. It was for a foul on the main man, Jeremy Doku, and Erling Haaland unlucky not to put that in the back of the net.
Penalties, I'm not one to talk about, they're never an easy thing. But you know Haaland. I expected him to score because of, it's just Haaland. But obviously the keeper makes a good save. And Haaland does what he does best. It never phases him to miss chances, no matter how close they are. He always knows he's getting another one. And when that ball comes in from Matthias, me and Paul were like, wait, like, cross it, because it wasn't happening. And when he finally does, the header was just unbelievable. It was a fantastic header, right? No keeper, I don't think any keeper saved it.
That's so different, because it's right across, he sends it back across into that far corner.
But his movement, you know, Nunes has took a touch and went to do it, and he's made his move. And it's not come in, he's just stepped off Konate, and Konate's got caught watching the ball and just pulled onto the back, and the ball was fantastic, but the header was even better, because he's sort of on his way down from his jump as he's headed it, and then to guide it into this corner was just
brilliant.
His mentality, how many times do we see players miss penalties and their heads go down for the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, they sulk a little bit. He's like, no, that's gone. Forget about that one.
On to the next.
I get the next one, I'm going to score.
And boy did he do that. That put us 1-0 up, and then we're going to go pitch side, but the second goal as well. I mean, Nico Gonzalez, but unlucky for Van Dijk. It was.
I don't think it's unlucky.
It was beautiful.
I honestly don't think it's unlucky. We all spoke earlier before the show, and we were saying with Cherky and Phil, you got people that will shoot. As soon as Nico gets on the ball there, I'm praying for him to shoot. I'm like, shoot, and
pull the trigger.
You make your own luck. Like, the shot was on target, and anything can happen amongst bodies.
It took a little nick, but as Shaun said, if you're going to buy the ticket and take a shot, goalkeepers make mistakes, defenders make mistakes. So, question marks about the goalkeeper though. It took a deflection, but it still went in the middle of the goal. What should have encouraged your second half to go and go shots.
Let's head to pitch side. FG is down there, so let's see what they're making of that first half of football. I'm sure they're buzzing.
Yeah, welcome back to pitchside. It's half-time. The rain is pouring down in true Manchester fashion, and it's with great pleasure to say I'm joined by two of our matchday members who are competition winners. They won tickets to today's game. I mean, first things first, how have you enjoyed that first half?
It's very stressful, but it's good.
It has been stressful. It's had pretty much everything, hasn't it,
It's been intense.
It's been intense, but City lead by 2-0. First things first, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. So you got here, and you won 2 general admission tickets to this game which you are seeing.
Yeah.
But there's something interesting about you, Matt. You've got a very interesting story about when you met our manager, Pep Guardiola.
That's true, yeah. So we both live in town, next door to the apartment block where Pep lives. One morning I was going to the shopping, came out of the shop, I was juggling my shopping, and all of a sudden Pep's there. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So I just fist bumped him and he fist bumped me back. I was like, yes, Pep, Manchester loves you.
1,000 games as a manager for Pep Guardiola. What a day to have you both here.
Yeah.
City are winning 2-0 right now. Do you think we can go on to get the win?
I think it's going to be 3-1 in the end, so fingers crossed.
Let's just hope we score that 3rd goal first, right?
Yeah,
So,
I predicted 4-1 before the game started, so.
well, it's 2-0 right now, but listen, of course, we're not just going to bring you here pitchside to do a little interview. We've got another gift for you.
Right.
All right,
Okay.
so speaking of that man, Pep Guardiola, we have got you a signed shirt by the man himself, Pep Guardiola, for you both to take home.
Thank you.
A massive thank you for entering.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting us. And yeah, that's going to have a very. Maybe you can show him that when you go to the supermarket
Well,
next or something. But
Thank you.
massive thank you to you both. Congratulations once again. That's why you
Appreciate it.
need to enter all of the competitions. Enter mancity.com, and you could be stood here with me very soon.
Fantastic to meet 2 of our competition winners there. Congratulations, and more congratulations are in order to our women's team. They have moved to the top of the WSL after a 2-1 win against Everton. Goals from Bunny Shaw and Miedemar at Goodison Park as well, so away from home. Huge result and huge performance as well from the girls today. So massive congratulations. They do move to the top of the WSL after Chelsea dropped points. Shaun, it won't be long now till the players come back out on the pitch. Liverpool have got a whole host of players warming up out there. We mentioned Endo. You're looking at the likes of Isak. As you said, it's going to be key to just weather what they might do for 10 minutes and also carry on trying to do what we did in the first half.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, but it's also just going to be as tricky for them. I think it's going to be hard if they bring on Endo to come into that pace of a game where he's chasing and there's so many midfielders in and around him. So they still have to worry. Isak is a fantastic player, but if Liverpool don't have much of the ball, there's not much he can do.
Yeah.
So if City, like Paul said, continue the way they are playing, dominating possession, creating chances, then I think we'll be fine. But it's hard to keep up what they're doing at that level because this is Liverpool. It's not a bad team. So fingers crossed that we keep that way, but also when the subs do come in, if they do come in, they keep that or they rise that tempo again.
I think just it's easy to say it, isn't it? Say the same again, but Liverpool at some point are going to have to come out and get after us.
Yeah.
Watch defensively is going to make their 2 centre-halves especially a lot more isolated than what they've been. And I just feel we've got the players that can cut them open at any point. And it's like Shaun said, it's going to be really, really difficult for City to keep up the intensity that they've had in the first half. But there's no reason why we can't go out there and score more goals.
Love that from you, Jen. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Shaun. Final instructions from Pep Guardiola there. As I always say, it's always one of my favourite bits of the show, this, just getting to see that little moment before they make their way out to the pitch. So that means I'm going to hand you back over to our commentary team over on the Manchester City app with Alistair Mann, and then myself, Shaun and Paul will be giving you a full debrief at full time. It's Manchester City 2, Liverpool 0.
Thank you, Kel. Well, City 2-0 up, and even though the Liverpool captain had the ball in the City net, was ruled out for offside, you have to say that there was a 2-goal difference in that first half between City and Liverpool. Alongside me, the former City captain Andy Morrison. Where are Liverpool's problems and weaknesses that have given City such a control of this game?
I think for me it appeared a lack of detail in game plan, Ali. It's a Liverpool team that are the champions. They wanted to sit off and just see what City were going to do, but the rotations in wide areas, where our wide players, Doku, obviously an out-and-out threat, but Cherky coming into little pockets and Nunes going high, is he playing? So who's picking him up? Nobody was sure. They didn't know what their roles were and how they were going to stop City's rotations in midfield, because there's at times we had 4v2 and 5v3. They weren't sure who was responsible for who. and whether there's a lot of work being done in their change room at half time has the